What's up, ladies and gentlemen, back again with another video, and I am here today with my guest. Let everyone know who you are.
I am Colonel Carnage, and I do gaming videos, such any type of gaming gameplay, such as like Call of Duty, Battlefield sometimes, or like racing, or a little bit of RPG, but most of the time it's like funny, and there's times that you can probably see me get rage a little bit here and there, but other than that, just a good old time me having fun. So I hope you guys enjoy, and that's pretty much it.
Yes, and I want you guys to check out his channel after the viewing of the video. I will leave the descriptions below. Until then, we're going to get to the questionnaires, because we have a lot of questions for this brother right over here.
Ah, stop it, man, stop it.
For all you pro wrestling fans out there, whether it's WWE, AEW, or even the classic WCW back in the day.
What's that? What's WCW? I'm pretty sure you...
It was easy. Woman Crush Wednesday. Right?
Oh, yeah, true. You got me there.
Yeah, well, what's World Championship Wrestling? Never heard of it before.
Me neither, because I'm pretty sure you got some youngsters out there watching your channel that don't even know what that is.
Yeah. Like, who's this guy, Hollywood Hogan? I never heard of him.
Yeah, exactly. They know John Cena, man.
Yeah. All right, guys. All kidding aside, I'm gonna get to the questions now, and then he's gonna give us his honest thoughts and what led to this moment that we're at, which leads to the title of the video. Okay, question number one. What made you get into pro wrestling in the first place?
It was mostly my brother, because he was the one that always like watched wrestling when he was a teenager, and that's when I got involved in watching wrestling because of him. So it was mostly him that made me got into wrestling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what age did you say that you actually started watching?
Somewhere around 8 or 9.
8 or 9.
Yeah.
Okay, you started a few years after me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for me, I believe I was like 3 or 4 years old.
Oh man, that's very young.
Yeah. So you were quite up there by that time.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have a favorite wrestling match that you could watch over and over again, or a favorite moment in wrestling history that you look back and it's like, oh, you kind of like have that nostalgia moment, that nostalgia factor?
Right. There's so many moments of matches that I really enjoy then and now. I have to pick. I believe it was WrestleMania 23. I could be wrong, but it was the time when Rey Mysterio was going against Kurt Angle and Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight title. I think it was one of my favorite moments.
Okay, yeah, that was a pretty good key moment. WrestleMania, Rey Mysterio, Kurt Angle. I remember that. It was a year after Eddie passed away.
Yes. And he was a good wrestler as well.
Yeah. I was a big Guerrero fan.
So was I.
Back in the day, I would even pick up the T-shirts at the flea markets and stuff.
Ah man, for me, I never had any wrestling T-shirts until when I was like an adult. That's when I started to actually collect more wrestling stuff. So that was pretty much it. But what's the next following question?
Okay, did you have any favorite, wrestling figures or figurines that you would collect, or?
Yes, I did collect when I was younger, when WCW was around. My first ever collectible of a wrestler was Sting, but when he was with NWO, sorry.
It's new WCW Smash! The WCW's most famous wrestlers performing their most famous moves.
Stinger Splash!
Lex Luger lays the torture rack on Sting.
I bet that stings.
Here comes Kevin Nash to power bomb the Giant.
Bob's away.
Macho Man gives DDP a seat. Goldberg's got Nash up and
Jackhammer!
it's a smashin', slammin' free-for-all. New WCW Smash and Slam wrestlers. Ring and figures each sold separately.
Okay, as a kid growing up in the 90s, per se,
Yeah.
were you a fan of one promotion or all? We knew there was like, you know, WWF, now WWE, and then you had like ECW,
Right.
WCW. Did you have a particular favorite or?
No, I was more both of WCW and WWF at the time, and I always had to switch the channel back and forth to see what was going on.
Before the DVR
Yeah.
recording like how it is now,
Yeah,
right? Because
yeah.
these days you can watch AEW and like, well, NXT at the time at the same time. Of course, it's not like that now because they switch nights now. But
Yes.
that was basically kind of like a restart of like the war, the wars. This is like the Wednesday night wars instead of Monday night wars.
Yeah.
You know, which you guys are watching. You'll probably let me know which one you guys like better out of the two, NXT or AEW. Leave it in the comments below. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you watching the video. You leave it in the comments. Okay. Now, as far as women's wrestling,
Okay.
I know you probably already know how come he's not mentioning his. Well, that's for another video.
Right.
As far as women's wrestling, did you have a favorite, I guess, diva or favorite women wrestler growing up, or do you like someone currently?
Or the past.
Yeah, the past.
For the past, I have to say Lita. She was one of my favorite from the past. But now I have to say Asuka.
Asuka. I have to agree on Asuka. Asuka is kind of a little bit of everything. She's real charismatic.
Yes.
You know, and she's very creative with her ring attire.
Yes.
You know, and she's done plenty of stuff in Japan. Okay, do you have a favorite heel or bad guy in the wrestling business, past or present?
Shoot. That's a very tough one because most of them are actually pretty good. I would say like the best one from the past, I have to say Edge because he was very good at it, being as the bad guy / villain.
Oh, the ultimate opportunist.
Yes, like he was good at it to the point where everybody hated him. And he wasn't really good at being the good guy as much.
You thought he was kind of like shallow as a baby face?
Yeah,
or-
like he wasn't like. I gave him props for trying that because he tried his best to actually be a good hero.
Yeah.
But he was really good as the bad guy because I'm pretty sure he's very well known as for that more than he is as a good hero. So I would pick him as the villain from the past. And for present, I have to say Seth Rollins.
Seth freaking Rollins.
Yes.
I know what you mean by that because he started out as a fan favorite and then slowly, like, the people started turning on him.
I would say Seth Rollins and Eddie Guerrero could pull off both because they could pull out both sides of the field of work.
Oh, babyface and heel. Right?
Yes. So I'm pretty sure they could do like those two, like the only ones I could think of that could pull out really well for both sides of the end.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. For me, I was more of like a Triple H guy when it came to heels.
Yeah, he was a good one too.
I was like, oh, I hate this guy, but I want to be him too.
He was a good one. I think him and Edge are similar because they were good as the villain than they are as being a hero.
Yeah, like, because like the way I saw.
But I'm sorry to interrupt, but I would say Triple H was a little bit more better than Edge as the hero because he actually like improved.
Improved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In time he improved. While Edge, even though he tried his best to improve, he's just really good at it.
Yeah, well, because like for me, I thought Triple H. The way the babyface thing only worked for him is when he was part of DX. Now I'm gonna ask you an AEW question, which I'm pretty sure you got this question before, but the viewers they don't know anything about this question. Right? Seeing how you're a big Sting fan, you're a fan of the Stinger. You know, when the news got around that Sting left WWE for AEW, did you see that as a big deal or not? Did it affect you in any way, or like, what are your thoughts on that?
It didn't really affect me because like it's business, and I don't think AEW shouldn't sign them at all because they're just doing it for the views, and he's a lot older now, and then they could have done something differently, like hire another wrestler that they could at least use and do something differently.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think they should have never signed him at all, and then they could have approached it with a different wrestler.
You mean like a younger wrestler,
Yes.
or like? Okay, I have a follow-up question to that question. Do you think that if they continue down that route, that they're going to end up like how TNA was back in the day?
Yeah,
That they're kind of like, I guess, repeating history?
yeah,
Okay, so you think, okay, I love Steen and all,
yeah,
but you could have signed someone that was still more in their prime.
yeah,
Like Steen already had his time in the sun,
yes.
and he already had his glory days, like from the 80s to, you know, 2000s.
I don't understand older wrestlers always sticking around and always wanting to wrestle. Like I wouldn't understand or get it, but it seems to me that they just want to continue wrestling. But to me, they should just either be like a ring announcer or one of those commentators.
Yeah.
Either one. Or at least do an analysis, like, oh, talk about a wrestler, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
If they want to be around the wrestling business, you know.
Or they want to stay in the business. You stay in the business, but not do any stuff in the ring.
Yes,
Okay.
I think it's like for them. I think it's time for them to let that position away and do something different from the business-wise.
Yeah.
And like, don't get me wrong, you know, like you said, he's a great, fantastic wrestler. It's just that he's not up that level anymore. It's just too bad that he couldn't get that chance when he was going to get Seth Rollins for that title. It's just too bad.
Way back at Night of Champions.
Yeah, so it's too bad he couldn't become champion in there for a little bit at least.
Yeah.
But other than that, they get him and other wrestlers that want to continue wrestling and still wrestle. But I think they should like let that go.
For the sake of
Themselves.
not suffering any permanent injuries
Yes.
or so. Okay, so then you probably agree that Ric Flair should have retired a long time ago because he wrestled longer than anybody
Yeah,
else.
he does. I was very surprised, like he continued wrestling and whatnot. That guy is just, he's so for like his strength. The wrestling is just amazing. But there was time when I was watching wrestle with other wrestlers.
Yeah.
There's times like he just couldn't keep up with other certain wrestlers. So I was like thinking to myself, like, he should like retire. I don't think he should continue.
Yeah. Okay, now that games is still on the topics, which is actually good. Do you have a favorite pro wrestling video game? It doesn't matter if it's past or present. It's like one that you would like as replayability.
The SmackDown vs. Raw.
SmackDown versus Raw.
Yeah, I like the franchise from it.
Yeah.
I like those better than the 2Ks.
The two.
Rated T for teen.
Morning.
Who's this?
Morning, Josh. Major favorite.
Oh, I created him for a match today against John Cena.
Stop creating superstars, Josh.
It's Josh Nader.
No, that's Josh Nader.
Stop.
That's Masher. And that's Union Jackknife. They all go now.
But we've got matches with Kelly Kelly and Kofi.
Excuse me, a little help with my back?
Nice. They all go now.
Fine. No match today, Cena.
Oh, come on! Hey there.
Create your superstar. Design your moves. Tell your story and share it with the world. WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2010. It's your world now.
Honey! Why's the door locked?
Who's that?
Nobody.
No, that's the big question.
That's the big question.
That's why you're here right now. That's what led to the title of this program right here that everyone was watching. Yeah, I'm talking about you guys watching.
The fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what led to you saying, well, I liked it back then. It was so fun, and then suddenly that fun started turning and dying out, and you're like, man, it's just not the same anymore, you know? I don't want to take the words out of your mouth. I want you to tell everyone that's watching.
You then.
Yeah.
But anyways, yes, I will give you my answer to that question. I started watching it because it was very repetitive, and they just kept using the same wrestlers day in and day out, and they didn't really use the other wrestlers to at least shine and to give them chances to at least somewhat a title, but they just want to continue using the same wrestlers day in day out and always use them for a title show. But there's some others that have good charismatic and personality that they always winning the fans. So they just wanted to continue that with their same product.
We'll return after these messages.
You know, some people say it's tough being the big show, but I gotta tell you, it has its advantages.
Playing with the neighborhood kids is always fun. And hailing a cab is no sweat. The thing I like best about being so big is I always have room for my favorite meal. Chef Boyardee overstuffed Italian sausage ravioli. It's the only meal large enough to satisfy my oversized hunger.
Alright guys, back to Domino Effect TV and back to more questions about professional wrestling. And this guy.
Yeah, that guy that you see on the screen that has the mustache and the beard and they don't know which one because we both have the mustache and beard.
Well, if you're talking about me, it's a nice compliment.
Well,
okay, as far as like, I guess, authority figures in pro wrestling, is there any type that you actually love or hate? Or were you more like, it's all about Austin and McMahon sort of thing?
Yeah, back then I used to love Mr. McMahon, but now it's more like a love-hate relationship with that guy.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go into that in this video as well. I'm gonna let him finish up on this question though.
Yeah, just pretty much like
tongue-tied,
man. Like, see, you got me all fired up about Mr. McMahon, man. It's more like a love-hate relationship with that guy. It just feels like he is losing his touch with the fans, what the fans want, but most of the time I feel like they're just using the same wrestlers, which they could just use different wrestlers each week, something different, so they can keep the fans entertained. But that's not really my decision to make.
I see. Okay, so you could say you probably were, I guess you loved McMahon probably through like the 90s and early 2000s, or?
Yes, in the mid 2010s, it was decent, but not really like out there,
Yeah.
To keep me more entertained. I was entertained, but it just it to me it felt like it was just going hell for me. I don't know how you would describe it, but that's just how I felt.
I see that. Yeah. As far as women's wrestling, because we can't forget any of the women wrestlers out there. So put together your like a dream match at the women's wrestling. Well, what match would that be?
Let's see. Asuka and Lita.
Asuka versus Lita. Normal ladder TLC
title match for the women's title.
Yeah.
But the stipulation has to be bras and panties. I'm just playing.
He just got canceled, guy.
Bad for that. But no, I'm just playing. I'm just joking. Let's go for a ladder match.
Ladder match?
Yeah.
Okay, that would be good because they kind of like do their own high flying and stuff.
Yes.
Asuka, she's like the submission type.
Yes.
And Lita, she likes to do all that high flying stuff, so it should make for an interesting match.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is my interview with Colonel Carnage. He's a gamer of all gamers on YouTube.
Yes, yes.
And check out his channel. Show the brother some love. And subscribe. And tell them that Domino sent you.